Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how the physical Trunks does in the new Omega Shenron event. So this is to see how the LR Super Saiyan Trunks future performs in the Omega Shenron Birth of the Shadow Dragons event. Now Trunks is obviously a stacking unit. He kind of thrives on being able to get a couple of super attacks in. Of course, for every super attack he does in a turn, he gets 10% damage reduction as well. After he's performed a certain amount of super attacks, he will automatically start to fire some more super attacks. So overall, he's got some really cool kind of design. My Trunks has a dupe in him, and I absolutely adore how Trunks works. I use him in pretty much every bit of hard content I can because he's just awesome. I think he's really great. Obviously, his starter turn defense is going to be highly dependent on how many dupes you have. And yes, you will take chip damage from things like AoE, depending on how quickly you can stack him. Now, generally speaking, I find that in the Omega Shenron event, he has no real big issues. At least with normals. He doesn't seem to have a problem at all. He can tank supers in the tech phase relatively easily as well. It's not too much of an issue for him to tank supers in the tech phase. At least from what I can find, is generally speaking, he does fine. Obviously, it depends on how many supers he gets, but he generally speaking won't get, you won't die. In the strength phase, depending on how much you've stacked, he handles basically normals with relative ease. For the most part, he's really honestly quite easily capable of handling normals from Omega Shenron. You would basically have to have him not stack at all during this first phase here for him to not really be able to handle normals. Now the big test is whether he can handle supers. So I thought instead of showing you him handling normals, which is going to be, and AoEs, which you'll see him now, he'll handle all of that more than fine. I thought that I could show you guys him basically handling or trying to handle a super attack, because I thought that would be way more interesting, and he actually does a pretty good job. He ends up taking around 400k, which, considering he has type disadvantage, and this isn't even like him at his full power. And this isn't his standby skill. Remember his standby skill, basically he becomes a pseudo tank for one turn, gaining guard, damage reduction, and all sorts of things. So there's no real point measuring his kind of pseudo tank form against the strength phase. It will tank everything more than fine. I really don't see the point in testing that one out, unfortunately, at least not in the strength phase. So I thought let's rather see how he does, and with this base form, and he tanks pretty well. Like I said, 440k, not bad at all things considered. If we had a little bit more health, we actually would have survived perfectly fine. So yeah, Trunks is honestly pretty good. And then when you get to the end phase, of course, he's just fantastic. High volume damage dealer. He's got the active skill, he's got a standby skill, then his active skill. He's just got lots. He's just got tons that he can and will use to basically rapid fire gun down Omega Shenron. He really can just chew through him super quickly, both in his standby form and obviously in his base form. So he's just very impressive. I personally really like him. I think he's a super top tier pick for any of these longer running events. I mean, even shorter events, he's more than fine. But in these kind of events, I think he really shows up. Like I say, barring catching a super attack or purposefully not stacking him, he is going to absolutely dominate so many of these kind of events that are longer than 2 phases. Even with the type disadvantage second phase. So yeah, Trunks, really cool. Obviously one of my favorite units, so I can't really I'm always going to be slightly biased. So yeah, you have to take that with a pinch of salt, of course. But I think the way he's reflected here and the way he's shown just how well he's done here is, yeah, should be evidence enough that he is incredibly impressive. So yeah, for me, Trunks, top tier pick for the Omega Shenron event. As I'm sure everyone probably knows, definitely is a top tier pick in general. But especially in this event, he does a great job. And against this final phase, he can absolutely shred it. So yeah, definitely an awesome unit. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about Trunks, and if there's any other units you'd like to see me try out in the Omega Shenron event. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.